What's going on, boys and girls? I guess there's some men and women here, probably, like all two of you. Anyway, I wanted to do this video because I've been thinking about doing a video like this for a while. And it's kind of just transcend a little bit outside of just doing gacha updates and stuff like that. It's to kind of maybe talk about gacha as like a whole. It's kind of like similar to FG's shutdown videos, where he started to not just cover games that are coming out and keeping up with them, but he also started talking about how games are shutting down, why they're shutting down, or why he at least thinks they're shutting down, XYZ. So I kind of just wanted to do like a weird, funny deep dive on my favorite gacha character. I think that this character, and I know you're not gonna guess it. I left the bait out there for so long, see who can try to guess it, and no one really has. I think either you didn't get to that far in the video to do so. But before I reveal mine, I would love if you guys can tell me who is your favorite gacha character, and it has zero bearing on how the game turned out or something like that. Because I know a lot of people, they'll probably pick like the game that they're currently playing, right? But I feel like sometimes you can look back at some of the games that you may have dropped, and that was that one character that either carried you through, that was doing insane, crazy stuff, and you were just like, yo, this character's really nuts. I like the way the character works, or maybe they helped you out or something, XYZ. I'm gonna go with my reveal. Now, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna watch two videos, and I haven't watched them again myself. I'm gonna watch this character's reveal trailer again on my own channel when they first reveal the character, and I'm gonna watch my review of the character. Because it would take me so long to kind of like try to find a video in which I use the character in like certain events or something like that, because I know I use the character a lot, but I kind of want to see how I reacted when I first saw them revealed, and how I decided how they were going to be used. And then I'm going to go into how I think they're going to be used in general now, like, or not now, but how I'd like to see a character like this in the future. So let's go with that. Is right, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually Cynthia, the word spell witch. She is a fire SSR from Knights Chronicles. This character was literally one of the coolest characters in my personal opinion. Is that she had this really unique passive. And one of the cool things that now I'm even looking at it, I completely forgot that in Knights Chronicles, I think most characters had two passives, right? So I'm gonna let the video kind of speak for itself a little bit. Like, so we're gonna look at when I first saw this character was revealed. Let's watch it. It's like funny to watch a video with you guys, old school. Cynthia, I'm up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Have not gone to sleep yet, and then boom, all this stuff just comes out. I've been waiting for more official news coming out. Was I? Their little fancy stuff here. But look at this first thing, and I'm not going to read the rest of this, but look how cool this is, that finally a leader skill that's just blanket attack. Finally. Bring with her, doesn't matter any of that stuff. Oh my god, I definitely do remember that. Back in the day, I think in Knights Chronicles, a character would have it usually was like wind, or like everyone would have it to a thing. So I think she might have been the first character in which that, oh snap, they actually give it that it's just a blanket attack, so it doesn't matter what characters you have in your team, allowing you a little bit more flexibility in team comp. So let's look at this character, let's see what it is. Yes. Classic music, always. Word spell witch. That's not me, that's old me, that's not current me. Chuffy. Castigator, silent time, multi-strike, counter-strike. I'm just quick reading. You're quick reading, but I actually know what all this is. So I remember what this was, is that I don't remember what Melancholy did. I think Melancholy disables your passives or something like that. I'm pretty sure I'll explain it later anyway, but pretty much in the beginning of the fight, she put a debuff on characters and decreases damage by 40% when attacked by a character with Melancholy. So any of the attackers that were in the fight, they would get that debuff, and then they would do less damage to her, which was fantastic. And then this right here. I'm blocking it, right? Okay, hold on. So all attacks become critical strikes when the caster is silenced. Increases multi-strike chance by 75% and counterattack chance by 75%, which is nuts. 80% chance to silence the attacker for one turn when attacked. So not only do I silence you if you attack me, 80% chance to silence you if you attack me, and then secondly, I have a 75%. That is an insanely high chance to counterattack, right? So the problem is that when you first read this aspect of it, right, is like, how do I silence my own character? There's never been a way to do that. Like, most characters in gacha games are always about buffing your own characters. You buff your own characters, you debuff the enemy, right? this was the first character, and why I think the character is so cool is because it was one of the first characters in which you wanted to be debuffed. You wanted to take the debuff because being debuffed was like going to spread out. The second character I think that was similar to this was kind of like Champion Zerato in Epic 7, where he gets debuffed and he always counterattacks, and he'll just counterpack and then put the debuffs back on the other people. It was really cool, but even then there was still no way to, in Epic 7, not that I know of, to purposely debuff Champion Zerato so that he can then spread out the thing, then spread out a debuff specifically that you wanted. There's really no way of doing that. She's one of the only characters that has a way to debuff herself and then gain benefits off of it, which I love. I absolutely love that. It was pretty cool. So let's keep going. Stuff, the Castigator, Silent Time, Multi-Strike, Counter-Strike. I'm just quick reading. I remember the fucking thing. Oh yes. She whispers to the thing. Okay, that's cute. I actually missed this game a lot, I'm not gonna lie to you. So here it is again. So inflicts damage that ignores defense. Love it. Completely ignores it, by the way. There's no scaling of it. Ignores the defense entirely. 25% chance to silence the target, 60% chance to silence the target if the caster is silenced. So then you see it again. So you're like, huh? And then here it is. So Choppy's voice, active skill 2, inflicts penetration damage 80%. This move doesn't do much damage, but it does silence the caster. So once she takes her first turn, she's gonna silence herself, and then she just has the S1, and then she's just gonna sit there and S1 you to death if you attack her, especially if you're an attack-based unit, which is the most of the unit that's going to try to kill her. She's gonna take reduced damage, and then she's gonna attack you. So it was insane. She did so much damage. She whispers to the thing. Okay, that's cute. See, I did it in the game. I loved it. Now she's silenced. She's an attacker. Fire attacker. And that's a super. I think she got a skin later on too. She looks cool. She looks alright. Not my cup of tea, really. Not my cup of tea, I said, actually. That's actually hilarious. This is how they would actually do the reveal, right? So you would see all the stuff based on 6-star, skill cooldown. So yes, oh yeah, that's what it was. So the S2 sounds for 1 turn, and the S3 sounds you for 3 turns. So you, like I said, you still would do the S3 first because it sounds you for a longer period of time. All you have to know, and I don't really need to look too much into this. I'll see if there's any cool thing that I said, but it's funny to see that I didn't think she was that good, or I didn't like her design, which I don't. She's like a little girl, but like this whole package is nuts. I want to see if I knew how good she was. Here it is. I'm about to say it right now. I'm gonna back it up for a second. Melancholy stops their passives, if I remember correctly. That is pain counter. That is a lot of. Because Melancholy stops people from getting buffs, and she for a 2 turn if they're attacking. It's a buff block. Keep doing it every time she gets a still, one of the things that Knights Chronicles did is that they were not afraid to like counter out characters. Like I find that a lot of people don't like that when yes, I don't like it either, to be completely honest, when they create a problem and then they solve the problem with another character, right? So Kain was a character that was in the base of the game, so there was no it was one of the base characters and very strong at that, but this was a way to counter a lot of attack-based characters. I thought Melancholy blocked buffs, but maybe that passes, but maybe that's another one. But blocking buffs, yes, because Kain's buff was like his evasion or whatever like that. So blocking out their ability to get buffs was strong, and it's just at the cost, and she did it at the start of the battle and then also the start of her own turn too, so super strong. And this was on July 31st. I'm blocking it. July 31st 2018. This was 4 years ago, almost. Well, it just turned July. I'm recording this July 1st, so about 4 years ago in a couple weeks, right? So then eventually so July, that is weird. It took me. Oh, she has her skin here at this point. So July 31st, 2018, and then in November, I did a character analysis on her. I think it might have been at this point, maybe it was because she gets the skin and she got like a buff or something like that. And I remember I did a little skit, and this is like a 20-minute video. I'm not gonna obviously watch all 20 minutes, but I'll probably watch a little bit of the beginning. I remember I did a joke in the beginning of it. So I think I got copyrighted for this. Hold on. Yeah, I did. I got caught. So hold on. So the joke obviously is that Choppy is the thing. I don't want to lose thing here, but I didn't care too much back then. I didn't care back, but the joke is that like Choppy is doing the Busta Rhymes part of that song, but you get a. I think I did a cut, and this is what I used to do with more edits. I actually enjoyed Gachas more. Not gonna lie. I enjoyed them a lot more, and I did more editing for Nice Chronicles. A lot of people, you might be surprised by this, but like you'll see the damage. Just look at the damage that she does. It's insane. Jesus. Cynthia. Oh yeah, hold on. I just want to pause that. 9308. She's critting. Just think about like, okay, there's what is it, certain games that they'll have like 30,000. I think in Epic 7 they have like crazy high amounts, but those are for like tanky characters, like almost 10k on an auto attack, and it's multi-strike. So if you guys don't know what multi-strike is just literally like a additional attack, but it was something that you can actually like you can actually gear up for, right? So she did that one, so she multi-attacked here, and then she did another one on this character for 17,000. Two people annihilated in seconds. Ridiculous. And then, oh yeah, so she attacked me. She attacked the Rue. And Rue, if you guys remember, Rue was a big problem. She attacked me. 11k. This person, 13k. Annihilated the entire team. Like, she was so fucking strong. She was so strong. The mirrors were funny though, because like, since she has a chance to silence if she hits, so if they're hitting each other, they can silence each other, which was pretty funny. Boom, 13k, and that's a tank. 13k on a tank. Literally lost most of his HP right there. It's just too funny to watch this, like how strong of a unit she was. Oh, that was Esna. She was popular. Karen, with the maid, she was pretty good. And yes, I'm pausing it and keep going it, so it actually specifically it won't copyright me if I keep pausing like this. So please bear with me. But also, I forgot about this. Oh. Oh, my old intro. Yes, the character has.
I did not know Choppy can go in like that, man. Jesus. But what's going
I think this was a free skin though, so I'm just gonna skim through. I don't need to have him like it's a different person. Have me explain to me. I already kind of explained it, but this was kind of what I liked. I think most characters, like I said, had 2 passives, 3 skills, and it was just, you could really do a lot. You could really do a lot with characters. And like, well, let me just go to where hopefully I speak about like the gear or something like that. I wonder if I had her on crit damage or did I have her on multi-strike. That's the only one thing I didn't remember. And this is also lets me see what state the game was in. This is, I think that's the Morgan skin. So this was after, I think this might have been after Costume Gate. So we're still playing even through that. You know, I think that's the Morgan skin, maybe. Because Rebecca also got a skin too, just no one really cared. So I don't remember exactly what point this was. But it's just really interesting to see. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. You can level up the things, get more damage, hero talents, and you would go through this whole thing. So again, what was oh yeah, I went crit damage. It made sense, and that's another thing. If you guys don't know a thing about me, is that I love crit-based characters. So if there's a way that they can auto crit or have high insane crit, that's why in Artery Gear, I want to get this one character because she auto crits, and I just love that aspect. It's like being able to manipulate the highest form of damage, which is critting, and you have a way to easily access it in comparison, and without having to do crazy runes. It's like, I almost feel like it's a free-to-play thing. If it's like there's a character that has access to high damage without having to like worry too much in the gear, it's already in their kit. I love that. I love characters' kits more than I like having to gear them to enhance their kits, if that makes any sense. So this one is like she crits automatically, so I'll just go crit damage. I think there was another build you can go like multi-strike, but I think that came later in the game. They had these things that if you multi-strike or counterattacked or whatever, you did more damage. And I think the other subset that I had on her was that or at least they released later, is that if they have a debuff, you do more damage too. Oh yeah, and they had it that the arena, like they had a rotating buffs, so certain characters were buffed and debuffed. I remember David. I liked David. I remember Amon. He was a problem.
Not you. I'm gonna let you die. Side bay girl. We're gonna reset. Ian.
I'll watch this one little fight and then I'll end the video pretty much.
Isabel. Actually, no. I don't.
She did something. The gold chick does something. Oh, reset.
And we got
Turn reset.
on top of that.
Oh yeah, she's stunned too. Okay. Yeah, you're dead.
This is the perfect game. This is how great Cynthia is. Since she hasn't done anything. But game. Stun on top of that. She's gonna kill herself.
Why did she?
This is the perfect game. This is how great Cynthia is.
Oh, I remember. Amon was a character that if he put the engraving on you, which I did already, that if you use your S3, I think that you just either, not that you die, I don't think you just straight out die. I think you just take a shit ton of damage. Oh my god, man. And that's another really cool character. A character that locks you out of the S3. It gives you the option to do it, right? You have the option to S3, but if you do it, you're going to either, I don't know if you just automatically die or you just take a crap ton of damage to do it. Knights Chronicles had a lot of cool characters. Like, they had a lot of cool characters. I think, again, it was just the longevity of it. They wasn't able to keep the interest. I think the game is still, like, active now, still to this day. But I think that was just the thing. It's just, like, sometimes it's just, the game gets old. But I feel like if you were to take all these characters right now and like literally copy and paste it into another game with a more up-to-date, like imagine literally, let's imagine if they just took this light art design and stuff like that, and then they just body swapped all the skills and stuff like that, and then they put it, you would love it. I think that Knights Chronicles definitely had one of the best character design. They had very unique stuff. Eventually, yes, their characters were just to counter another character, but I feel like that just makes sense. I feel like a character has to counter or either bring something unique to the game, and then eventually you have to make a new problem. You have to make a really good character, and then you have to make stuff that kind of beats that out, and then other stuff that beats PvE, and then stuff that beats PvP. I feel like that's how gacha games, hero collectors work. I think that's not too uncommon. It should make sense, but you know, it is what it is.
See, we got this. I'm just gonna use the S2 just for the buff shift bullshit, and we get it. Oh, silence her, we do not.
She's silenced.
Gonna hit it with the S3 so I can get my super buff.
She responds back to me. Ow.
With Cynthia, she shuts down Abel pretty hard.
She does?
Unfortunately. But what I am going to do is I'm going to S3, even though I am healed, so I won't take that. Just so I don't actually get melancholy anymore on any of my characters, which kind of sucks.
Oh, for the immunity?
No, we're not going to do anything like that.
I'm taunted. Oh, he was a problem too. He was a free player there.
Double, triple stun. Here he goes. There goes damage immunity. Am I taunted? No. But this is why I wanted penetration for this exact reason. S2,
the evasion.
Counterattacks that they have.
Sidestep that real quick. I ain't taking none of that.
David, blow him up. Oh yeah, David has no runes.
Why does he not have runes? Cash, why does he not have runes, you fool? What are you doing?
There you go. You guys get the leaked.
See, theirs, I think, is taunted by my Amon, which I remember correctly has a ton of evasion.
The leaked footage.
Here she is.
So we're gonna hit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit Ian. See some tank damage, right? And 16,000. That's pretty much. Well, she had the attack boost from David, right? So that's some hefty stuff. Hefty. But 16,000 is pretty good.
I remember that commercial.
We can get into another match and we'll be able to see if she can do similar damage. What the hell happened to my? Oh, she's not silent anymore. I'm gonna take the hit here from the mental seal and then just do that.
I think mental seals if you do it.
That,
oh, I forgot.
I should have flicked her.
I even said it in the video. I was like, definitely forgot about. Yeah, she was one of the crazy revivers. Anyway, a little blast. I was watching the videos for too long. I'm gonna have to edit that out a little bit, do a couple cuts. But it was definitely cool to just see that character, how unique the characters were in Knights Chronicles. Makes me want to watch a couple of some of the other characters and what they were doing and how did they work and what impact did they have in the game. It makes me want to. actually try a little bit more other gachas to maybe see what. And I know people have always suggested random gachas to me, but it's just like certain times it's like certain stuff it dwindles over time. But I definitely think that more people. Knights Chronicles was still where I kind of got my boost from, my initial boost. It was from Knights Chronicles, from doing a lot of stuff, covering that game, and it's really cool to come back and like see, like, you know, just to see the whole game and aesthetic. And yes, I would love to get like most of those characters, and they fixed costume gate after a while, so to get that, you know, when you can get the costumes by grinding, the awakening was insane too. All of that, just give me all of that. And then just put it into a newer graphics engine. That's all you really have to do. Like literally copy and paste it. And since they're just skills, you can't be like, you took our silence buff, debuff thing. Like, of course, like there's you know, a lot of games inspire or copy from each other. So I don't think that would be that wrong to really see a Knights Chronicles game updated. With newer graphics, different. You could change obviously with the way the characters look, but you know, like, oh, that's Morrigan. Like, and people always connect the dots anyway. Like you'll see at Epic 7, like, oh, that character's like this from Summoner's War, or that character's like this from this game, that character does this from this game. Like, I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know, like. But again, this video's going on for too long. I was too much blast in the past. That's why I didn't want to do the video. I knew I would sit there and ramble for 8 years. But please tell me who's your character, and maybe if I dig into something, maybe I'll go look at that character and see what they do. You know, I can't promise. If you made it this far in the video, then maybe you could say, you'd be like, hashtag do it or something like that. If you made it this far, then hashtag do it, and then I'll probably look into that because you watched a 20-something minute video. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.